Hey there, hi, welcome to the channel. I am Garrett, and in this video, we're talking all about some things that I really don't think you need to spend your money on when it comes to decorating your living room. And the first thing we have to talk about, something that I don't think you need to waste your money on, are certain rugs. Now, I think a rug makes a big deal in a room, and most people agree with that, and they really like it. Some people want to see their beautiful floors. If they've just had them redone, they want to see that, and that's cool. But I'm talking about expensive rugs. I'm talking about delicate materials. My clients are just not interested in it. And honestly not. I can't tell you someone in the last 2 months that has actually said to me like, I want to get a really expensive rug. Most people are satisfied with something that has durability that fits their needs, but doesn't have a massive cost associated with it. And honestly, I'm not mad at a washable rug. I think as long as it looks good, it fits the space, and it's the correct size, it makes sense. And that's the big thing. The size of the rug kind of has a relationship to the price of it, right? I mean, the bigger rug, the more expensive it is. And living rooms tend to need really big rugs to fit them. So, those rugs are already expensive, even something that's more affordable. And my clients just don't feel the need to spend thousands of dollars on a rug. And that's okay. Instead of putting a lot of money into a rug, I think those extra funds are better used on a great sofa. That's the hero piece of the living room. You're sitting on it, it has to be comfortable, it has to look good, the fabric on it has to be nice, the spring system has to be good quality, and I think that's a nice place to put a little bit of extra money into. And I think you have to look at your budget to determine what can you get, what can you access, and what level of design are you interested in. This picture you're looking at right now, yeah, it looks beautiful. That's an IKEA sofa. That can be great too, and you have to really be creative about what's going to work in your home. Maybe you want that designer name brand, and that's really good, but also, I mean, hey, an IKEA sofa, the covers come off and you can wash them, and I like that. So really think on what is gonna make the most sense durability-wise. Some people are looking to up the ante and do really high-end luxury, and other people are like, you know what, Garrett? I'm looking to decorate it once and I'm gonna live here and that's gonna be it. So we need quality and durability first and foremost. And I have always got that for you, which is why if you are stuck, you're stumbling on a design question you just don't know the answer to, I am at your service. You can always book a one-on-one virtual design consultation with me. We will do a FaceTime-like call. You can show me around your home and I can answer any and all of your design and decorating questions. Be sure you check it out in the description box down below or go to intro.co/GarrettLeChic. I work with people all of the time who are working on tight budgets. They have smaller homes, and I work with clients who are doing ultra luxury high-end design. I cover a broad range of things, and one of the areas I noticed that a lot of my clients actually, I really see it almost everywhere, is that people always have throw blankets in their home, especially in their living room, to protect their furniture and their sofas. And I think that's a really great thing, but I don't think that's something you have to spend a lot of money on. And just about every year, I get someone who comments and says, Garrett, what's a really great throw blanket at this price point to give as a luxury gift? I don't like that. Actually, I really don't like that, because for most of the people I see, they're always gonna have a blanket on their sofa protecting the cushions and covers. I mean, look, little Arden is right here on the sofa with me because dogs just like to lay on furniture. Okay, this is his house also, and he has to be comfortable here. So I'm gonna put something that protects the sofas in specific areas. Like my sofa in my living room, yeah, there's a throw blanket there, but in here there doesn't need to be one because we don't hang out in here that often. I'm gonna let you go back to your nap. That's very cute. If you're looking for that high-end luxury throw blanket, I say, do you, go for it. Put it somewhere that it's not gonna get a lot of use, because something that is a delicate material, like wool or cashmere, doesn't have that many washes in it where it will stand up and last. If I'm at a Home Goods or if I'm at the grocery store and I see something I like that fits my needs and, is a color scheme I like, good, I'll get it, great. Throw it on top of the dog's bed for them to lay on and it's cute. Like, that's something great to do for the holiday season. Get that little like color scheme going in all of the areas. I love it. But I want something that is actually just really accessible and really easy to clean, because when people come over, I'll take it off the sofa and they'll never know it was there. And instead of that, I would focus on really great pillow inserts, or cushion inserts for that matter, because that adds to the actual comfort on your sofa and your chairs. Having really good throw pillows makes a difference. And it's not just about the covering on them, it's about the insert within them. I'm looking for things that are soft, that are plush. I don't really like that, polyester fill insert that, it gets hard and gets lumpy. If you don't want down, get in a nice down alternative. They're easily accessible. Actually, I have them in my Amazon storefront. And you can check that out in the description box down below, but it's all about comfort. Getting a really expensive throw blanket is nice, but that doesn't mean it's adding comfort into your home in the way you want, but a nice pillow insert will actually do that for you, and it makes your space look more expensive when your pillows are nicely fluffed and they look full, and when someone relaxes on them and they sit on them and oh, it's so, it's just so high-end, it's so beautiful. No matter your style, really great pillow inserts make a difference. Another area I don't recommend people spend a lot of money is on decor. And, take that with a grain of salt, because people have expensive decor, and that's because a lot of people decorate with their collections. I definitely do that. I collect Wedgwood, I collect crystal, I collect silver, and these are all things that, work really functionally for decor in my home, but they have meaning to me. There's a history, a story behind that, and I love it. It's not just something I saw sitting on the shelf at some home decor store and was like, yeah, okay, that's fine, I'll take it. There's a little bit of meaning there, and you can justify spending a bit more money on those things, but when it comes to just decor, pure and simple decor, a vase. No, I'm not spending a lot of money on a vase. I'm not gonna spend like $60 on a glass vase. Doesn't make sense to me, because why would I? I'd rather get a vintage crystal vase that I can get cheaper at a thrift store or even a yard sale, or I'm a big eBay shopper. I love getting decor on eBay or collectibles on eBay. So I'll get it from there. So much more affordable and better quality and vintage, which I love even more. I don't think you have to spend a lot of money on decor. Instead of spending that money on everyday decor items, I would rather see you put a little bit of extra money into artwork. Art is so amazing to me. I love great artwork, and getting the correct piece that's the right size, getting it framed in your space is not inexpensive. Even if it's an affordable piece of artwork, it's not cheap. So I think treating yourself, splurging on some really good artwork makes a bigger impact than an expensive glass vase on the table, because glass is glass. Whether you paid a lot for it or not, it's glass. Okay, at the end of the day, let's be real. But artwork makes a difference, and you can get artwork from a number of places. It doesn't actually have to be expensive. You can go to yard sales and thrift stores and get artwork that's really good. You can get artwork on eBay, on Etsy that's vintage or handmade by an artist. Fine Art America. Okay, I actually had a subscriber who sells her artwork there and was like, Garrett, check out this site because it's amazing. Not sponsored, should be. But that's a really great place to get artwork from actual artists, small artists who have yet to be discovered. It's really great and affordable. You can get art prints and all sorts of stuff. Put the money into artwork because it makes a big deal. And having the right size artwork makes an even bigger impact in your home, because when that scale is balanced correctly, it makes a space look beautiful and luxurious and expensive. And you don't need all of the extra clutter that's going on with that like basically useless decor. We can get things that are actually meaningful and have a bigger impact, and maybe you'll actually spend less, and I think that's great. Speaking of things I would rather see you subscribed and joining us and a part of our LeChic family than not being a part of it, because we post 2 videos a week here. So join us. We are almost at our 100,000 subscriber goal, and we would love to have you as a part of our LeChic family. So be sure you hit that subscribe button, and I would greatly appreciate it if everyone watching could give this video a like. Okay, now that you've taken the moment to hit the subscribe button, let's talk about the next thing that I don't think you need to spend a lot of money on in your home and your living room, because I don't think it makes the biggest impact, and that's designer fabrics. Which maybe I will get some hate on, but here's the thing. I don't think there's anything wrong with getting a nice designer fabric, a high-end fabric, a specific print. I mean, I love them, I have them. I mean, I have a Kelly Wearstler fabric on this pillow right here. And a big shout out to Kelly Wearstler, who designed that fabric and who I also love. But I don't think having designer fabrics is what you need in the average home. I don't think that's the biggest thing you have to have going on, because if you do drapery that's designer fabric, thousands of dollars. And I don't think that's the best place to put that money. I would rather see it spent in another way that's more impactful and more meaningful. Now, if you have that, or you're really passionate about a certain designer fabric or a print, a pattern you've seen, then I say do it. Okay, it's not gonna hurt you, but I don't think if you're starting from scratch or if you're looking to elevate your home, that's the place you have to put all of your money in, because it would take a big part of a budget. I think you should put that money into lighting. Great light fixtures. I love lighting. I love layered lighting. It makes spaces more comfortable, easier to be in, and more lighting always feels more luxurious. That's how you make your house look expensive, okay? You just add a ton of lighting. Get lamps, floor lamps, reading lights, task lights, overhead lights, sconces on the wall. I would rather spend the money on having an electrician wire in a sconce than I would on designer fabrics for drapes. I think it's a better place because sconces can be really impactful in an average home, really up the ante with scale, grandeur, and aesthetics. Okay, so I think that's a better place to put that budget. Get great lamps, get a great overhead light fixture, something interesting, something sculptural, something that fits the style of your home. If you have a really traditional home, hey, get an antique chandelier, have it professionally rewired, and that's beautiful. That's where I would be looking first and foremost to make a big impact, is through light fixtures. I also think that's great for renters. If you're renting a home, do not have custom-made drapes for that home that are ultra luxurious and super expensive. No, you can get some great cushion covers off of Amazon that feel nice, that have a great luxurious texture and feeling to them. And you can swap out your landlord's light fixtures, get approval, have it done by an electrician. That's a better way to infuse personality into a space where maybe you're not painting the walls and adding trim and molding and painting the ceilings and, you know, redoing the floors. Like, you can add really good lighting, and that makes a lot of personality in your home. So before I put a bunch of money into designer fabrics, I would put it into really good lighting, because I think that makes a space look luxurious. Even if everything you get is from Amazon or from IKEA, okay? It could all be basics and solids. It can look beautiful with good lighting. I think that makes a bigger impact than a designer fabric. Now, I want you to remember this when it comes to decorating your home, that not everything is a this or that or a high or a low. Sometimes you have to be the judge of character and decide what you want to do design-wise. Okay, so when it comes to something like, you know, your sofa, you can go something really basic, something simple. I would go for something that has a simple shape but a better spring system. And when it comes to a coffee table, I want functionality. And when it comes to an accent chair, that's a good place to put a little bit of extra money for something that's designed aesthetically, but you may have to choose. And when it comes to an accent chair versus a coffee table, you cannot do both of those as something that is really, you know, incredibly designed and an accent moment, that statement moment. The two of them will compete. So choose one or the other. If you get a really great, expensive, beautiful, highly designed accent chair, get a simple coffee table. Don't put a ton of money into that coffee table, because it's going to compete and fight with that accent chair. But the opposite is also true. If you get a really great high-end coffee table that's beautiful, that's gorgeous, that's statement-like, why are we competing with it? We're distracting from that by an accent chair. And this is an area where I want both of those things to be high quality. I want them to both be nice and good quality. I want them to have durability and be long lasting, but one should not compete with the other. So let's think about, what are we doing in terms of the overall design? And then how can we make that work? Which of those two should be a statement or a standout moment? And if you're into minimalism, let's say, let's not get a really bold statement coffee table. Let's get some really great materials that'll stand out, and then do an accent chair in a more muted, minimal way. And the opposite is also true. If you have a more traditional style, or you're just looking to, you know, spice things up a little bit, do something a little interesting, get a statement chair. You can get something sculptural, something interesting, something with, you know, cool shape or form. Let's look for a coffee table that is more functional over decorative. Something that's simple and minimal, that's understated, is really great, because it's not going to compete with everything else you have going on. But if you don't have enough going on, maybe that's a place to put a little bit of that design into. And I think that's what makes spending money on something worthwhile, is how much is it going to stand out? What is it going to do impactfully in the space? How is it going to enhance the design? So choose one or the other. If you go for a bold accent chair, go for a simple coffee table. And if you go for a bold coffee table, let's make the accent chair simple so we can actually see it and it stands out. Well, there you have it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. And now that we've talked about things you don't need to spend your money on in the living room and where to save, let's talk about how to actually create that layout in the space. Check out this video right here all about fixing those awkward living room layouts, and I will see you over there.